Hello, how are you? How are you all? Oh, let me just shift that back up. I don't know, does that? The camera. Right, how are you all? Right. So, hi, Amazing Fruits, Bart, Old Soul, and Ashley. Okay, so let me just type up this list. Right. So, let's get some questions. Questions in from Amazing Fruits, Bart, Old Soul, and Ashley. Some questions. So this is the list so far. This is the main list. Amazing Fruits, Bart, Old Soul, and Ashley. So if I can just have questions from the four of you, be a good start. What do I need to know in regards to your career? Let's have a look. Let's do the Cat's Rule first one to start with. Okay, what do you need to know in regards to your career? Nice deep breath. Just give me a moment to focus. Hi, Intuitive Chosen One. You can type your question in. I'm just waiting for Ashley's question as well. What do I need to know in regards to my career? Right. Looks like there's new possibilities coming, new adventures. Definitely feels like there's a thought for new things, new creative projects coming in regards to your career here. So it's really important that you make sure that you're in alignment. Your emotional needs are sort of being taken, you're acknowledging how you're actually feeling about a situation, allowing for things to feel like they're all coming together here. Amazing Fruits. So it really feels as though your career, I do feel like there's some new stuff coming in for you, but it's making sure that you're in alignment, that everything sort of seems to be sort of, you're feeling like you are, everything's in the right direction here. It does feel like everything's sort of coming together, that everything's going to be a-okay. It's just all about what you're focusing on and what opportunities you're taking. So it does feel like good things are coming your way. Okay, Bart, I'm going to do Lord of the Rings. Right, Bart, what have you got here? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Intuitive Chosen One. Good, good. Just relaxing, just chilling. Been binge watching Veronica Mars. Right, how's your friendship with Drew? How's your friendship with Drew? Okay, there's a real connection with you. It does feel like there's a real connection that feels like that you're sort of a yin and yang type energy. It does feel like you're drawn together in many ways. There's definitely feels like there is a connection, maybe not fully. You've just been quite practical. There is that friendship there coming in. It feels very very positive connection here. But don't forget about your own individuality in a way. I do feel like there's a sense of your own taking a pause for a minute, having a sense of reflection and review about where that friendship's sort of going. Yeah, feels like you guys have a real connection. There's definitely a real connection. It's like you've got a yin and yang type energy. It feels very much like maybe your emotions are not um, fully gone. You know, you're taking a practical approach to the friendship in a way. It does feel like there's a practical approach in regards to the friendship, but it's important that you I sort of feel like you sort of take a breath in the situation and look at where the relationship's actually going here. A sense of stability of ideas about the relationship, foundations being built in the ideas about this. So yeah, there's definitely a connection between you. Feels like a really positive connection here. Okay, old soul, and I am waiting for Ashley's question. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Ashley, I'm just waiting for your question as well, but I will do intuitive chosen one. So let's see what's next. What does Aries think of you? So let's do the Labyrinth Tarot. Oops, I do not want to. Oh, what's Aries' thoughts? What's going on with the Aries? What's happening? What's the connection here? Whoa. Card just flew out. Oh, pick that up. What have we got? 6. Okay, it feels like there's been some challenges. It could be a really good a good connection. Can be a successful connection here. There might be some challenges in regards to this connection. Okay, so I do feel like there's a bit of we've got the Hermit here, so it's all about solitude. So maybe they're thinking of you being sort of alone in some way. So it definitely feels like there is some success, there's some victory, there's been some battles, there's been some challenges in regards to situation. It does feel like maybe they feel as though you're sort of an aloner, you're someone who's alone, who likes to be. There's a lot of alone energy. I'm just getting a very solitude type energy, and I don't know whether that's you or them, but it's just feeling very alone type of energy coming in. But basically, it feels like there's been some challenges in regards to how they feel, and they want to feel a sense of success or victory to the energy of what's going on. I feel like this is something that's sort of on your thoughts. It's like you're constantly thinking about it. And that's why there might be some challenges. Take a nice deep breath. I want everyone just to take a breath for a minute and have a look at this, at your questions. Hi, Rashima. Hi, SD. SD, if I can have your question, please. And Rashima. Okay, so let's have a look at Field Tarot in this one. Okay. Oops. Okay, it feels like they're exploring. They're looking for something new. They're walking away from something, exploring something new. Feels like there's new beginnings. So they're exploring, looking for new beginnings in the situation. So it just feels like that they're exploring, they're looking for something. and they're just looking for new beginnings in regards to something. So they're wanting to sort of walk away. I feel like they just want to develop. I just get the sense of like walking away from something, looking for something new. They've got the enthusiasm, they've got the drive, but they might not have the experience. So they're looking for the messages. They're looking for like exploring new messages, looking for something new in a situation here. For new beginnings, looking for new beginnings, looking to explore something new. Hi, hi, Yolk. Nope, just type in your question. No, list doesn't close until I've been on for an hour. All good. Oh, Ashley, you're going to donate. Right. Okay, thank you. Okay, so intuitive ones. It just feels like they're looking for something new, looking for some new beginnings. They're exploring, looking for something new. Right. While we wait for Ashley's donation. SD. How is my ex doing? How's your ex? What's going on with your ex? Moving on. Yep, they're good. I think your ex is good. Here we've got moving on, and then we've got the Four of Wands. So definitely feels like, yeah, things are really, really good. Things are positive. They're building new foundations. Definitely feels as though they're moving into something better, into a relationship of some sort. So, yep, your ex is doing great. Rashima. So you're looking for good news. Are you waiting for good news? Let's have a look. Moon baby. Will you get good news? So what's going on? What's going to happen? You know, it's not just about good news. It's about, you know, what's going to happen in your life. What's happening? It's not always about, depends on what the situation is. So what's going on? Why are you expecting good news? Good news from what? It's about getting a sense of clarity, removing the confusion and stuff going on. I think it's a moment of pause. It's just you've got some stuff. It's definitely some news or some idea coming. There is a new beginning, getting a sense of clarity in the situation. It's going to cause you to pause. Okay, this is going to cause you to pause. So I don't know whether you're going to get good news, but there's definitely going to be some clarity, some understandings coming in for you. Right. Okay, Ashley, I'm going to do some donations. So let's have a look at this. Let's see what's this. Oh, my silver moons. They've so got to contact me. Right. So Ashley's. I want you guys just to take a moment before you type in your question. Before you type in your question, take a nice deep breath and think about how you can be empowered on your journey. What can you do to improve your journey? What do you need to know in regards to this situation? Is it really of value to your journey? Okay, so think about, how can I improve my life? What do I need to know to improve my life? Why do I react this way? You know, what can I do in regards to my career? What can I do in regards to my relationships? What do I need to know in regards to relationships with so-and-so? You know, think about being empowered on your journey. You're in control. So it's all about your choices, your free will. It's how you choose to react to a situation. So just take a moment to breathe. Just take a moment to just relax. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And think about your question before you type it in. Think very carefully about what do you really need to know. What's going to bring you clarity to moving ahead, to taking those first steps? How can you improve your life? Why do I react this way? What do I need to know? Okay, so everybody's automatically added when they come in. If you've typed your question in, make sure you've only typed it in once. And by the way, for those that don't know, my name is actually Paula, and I'm in New Zealand. It's now 10:15 on a Wednesday morning. The weather's horrible, not that nice. So I'm only on for an hour, and then a little bit after that we'll be just wrapping up. I'll try not to be on for too long today. I've got too much work to do. I do have other things that need to be done, other clients. So there are some things that I need to do. So there are some private readings and things like that for people, healing sessions and things. So I'm just taking a breath for a minute because I want you guys to really think carefully about your question. How can you improve your journey? What do I need to know in regards to my career? What's important for me spiritually? Why do I react this way in an emotional sense? Right, Ashley. So I'm just doing the donations first, and then I will be back to doing the free list. Okay, so what's going on with Norman? Let's do... Okay, I'm going to do the for Huxa Tarot. Fairy Forest. So what's actually going on with Norman? Okay, what's actually happening here? Nobody's got the list Egyptian famous. I haven't really. Let's have a look. So I'm up to Yolk. Y-E-I-K. Yolk. Then I've got Joel. And then LH. And then you, Egyptian famous. I haven't really done the next list because I'm I'm just doing a donation. So be great if you think some appreciated if you've got to do the button. Yeah. And then I've got Sarah Smile a while after you, Egyptian famous. Right. Is Norman Sagittarius texting me on Google? I text him on Facebook. I don't know if he was lying or telling the truth. So what's going on here? What's going on with Norman? So what's happening here with the texting and things? What's going on with Norman? Let's have a look. Okay, so what's going on with Norman, Ashley? Let's have a look. Okay, we've got this Eight of Fire, the Lovers, and the Tower. Okay, so we've got this moving forward. Does feel like Norman's wanting to sort of move forward in the situation. There's definitely, he feels like there's a connection there. But it's about trying to break down some barriers. Okay, so what's going on with Norman here? It just feels like it's not, he's trying to move forward. He feels like there's a connection with you. I feel like Norman feels as though there's some sort of connection here, but I don't think it's what you expect. I think there's a lot about breaking down barriers. It could be a bit of a, oops, yeah, it just feels as though it's not what's expected. It just feels, he definitely feels as though there's a connection. I don't know whether there is or not, but that's what he feels. He feels like there's a connection. It definitely feels a bit ominous. Like I'm sort of getting a bit of a energy from it. So I don't know. It's like he's trying to move forward. He's trying to get this sense of, yeah, I just feel like he's wanting to move forward on this. He's a bit obsessive, if you like. That's what I'm sort of getting here. A bit obsessive about it. So there may be a sense of, I think you need to be very careful about what you're sharing about yourself is what I'm sort of getting here in a way. I feel like he feels as though there's some sort of connection here, but I think you need to be careful. It feels a bit heavy, a bit ominous about it. It feels a bit obsessive. Yeah, foreshadowing is what I got here. I think you need to be very careful, Ashley, about Norman. I think you need to be very careful about Norman. I think he can be a little obsessive, a little bit with the situation, be a little obsessive with it, is what I'm getting here. I'm getting a lot of, need to be careful. Need to be careful, Ashley. I think you need to be very careful about Norman. Just feeling like it's just something else. I feel like I need to. Okay, what else? I feel like it's a warning. Yeah, interesting, because we get 10 of Fire, which is about weighing you down, a bit of a burden. He can be a bit of a burden. I sort of asked, what did you need to know about the situation? And I think it's something that could weigh you down quite heavily, quite worrying in a way. It does feel very, it's like he is committed. He's to work through it. I just get an obsessive energy, like he's really trying to force something to happen. I think you need to be very careful, Ashley. Just as what I'm just getting is just be careful, just be aware of what's going on. I think you just need to be very careful about the IDs he's using into trying to connect with you. Just feel like I'm just getting a very heavy sort of energy. I think you need to be very careful. I've got a sense of just being very carefully. I think you just need to be aware of what's going on. Right. Okay, so the list is, let me do this new list coming in. Okay, so let's have a look. So I just want you guys to just take a moment, take a breath, and think about your question that you're going to ask me. Think about questions that start with how, what, and why. Those are the three that should start a question with tarot. They're going to give you the best answers. But you want to think about what you can achieve. What can I know? What do I need to know? How can I improve my journey? Why do I react this way? Are some of the good questions to think about. So you want to think about you moving forward. What do you need to know about the situation? What's important to this situation? Right, so let me think. Let me have a look here. Oh, sorry, intuitive chosen one. I don't know what the car. You'll have to go back and have a listen to the video and have a look. Sorry. Once I'm not doing the reading anymore, I sort of lose it. So I really want you guys to think about your questions. Right, let's have a look. What can I expect from Samson next few weeks? So what's going on? Let's use the Waterfall Tarot. Thanks, Egyptian Famous. Thank you. What can I expect from Samson in the next few weeks? Right, what's going on here? Yolk. Okay. It's interesting because it's all about, I got the first thing, it was all about what you can focus, what are you focusing on? Okay, it's asking what are you focusing on, because it's all about deciding. I feel like Samson's deciding what they're going to bring into their life in the next few weeks. I don't feel like there's any clear answers. I think they're still just trying to decide what they want to control, what they want to bring into their life, what's their focus. Okay, and then I did get the Six of Swords here. So I got the feeling of them looking to move into new directions. It feels like they're moving on to new directions, wanting to move into a new direction. Feels like there's a shift in their perceptions and ideas. I think they're still trying to decide. They're trying to look at what is their focus. Okay, what is their focus? What are they focusing on? They're still trying to decide. And could be a shift in their ideas and their thoughts and perceptions. So I really don't think there's any clear answer to what's going on in the next few weeks with Samson. I think they're very much impulsive, like there's no long-term plan. There's no long-term plan. I still feel like they're still trying to decide. Right, so next was Joelle. So LH, I just need your question. LH, Egyptian Famous, and then Sarah, and then Miss Irene. What's to come up for you this month? Right, let's have a look. Let's do Joelle. Okay, I'm going to do the before tarot. What's coming up for you this month? Oh, it's interesting. It's really about whatever you decide to focus on. Okay, it's very much about what are you choosing to focus on here. It's all about the acceptance of life's ups and downs, not feeling like you're feeling stuck. You're not feeling like you're going around and around in circles. You're making clear decisions about what's important to your life. What are you actually focusing on? What are you choosing to look at and focus on? That's really what it comes down to here. You can choose. It feels very much about like you're focusing on the what ifs or should I's or could I's, or you know, you got to let that go and allow yourself to sort of focus on the positive energy. Focus on how you can be happy, what gives you joy, what gives you emotional balance in your life, about acceptance of sometimes there can be some difficult times, but how do you choose to move through those difficult times as well is really important here. How can you choose to move ahead? Okay, so that's going to be really important for you to think about this month. What's your focus? What's your focus? It's a sense of, I want to say, with the cat here just stood out really, really strongly here. Very much about your independence. It's about that mystery of life. I feel like there's a lot about spilt emotion, so I do feel like your emotions are maybe can sometimes get the better of you in what you're focusing on, Joelle. So it's important to look at what is your focus. It's about having that sense of clarity in the situation. It's interesting because I get the night and day here. I get that sense of moving through the darkest to the sunshine type of days, the new beginning, the new dawn. Are you able to work through into the new dawn? So I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of challenges, but it all boils down to what's your focus, because you can either focus on the really negative aspects or you can focus on the more positive aspects, or make the changes that you need to do as well, Joelle. Right. Let's next. LH, I'm waiting for the question there. So let me add Sarah's question. So I'm waiting for LH's question. So if you haven't had your question answered, please make sure you type it in once. Type your question in so that I can make sure I have it. Oh, what's going on with this? Let's use the deck of heroes. Oops, I don't want the Hocus Pocus card. Oh, what's going on with John? So what's John hiding from you? What do you need to know in regards to what John is hiding from you? Oh, straight away. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles. Feels like he's moving. Okay, he's walking away. I feel like he's walking a new journey. I do feel like he's walking away. He's walking away on a new journey. Okay, it feels like he's got a lot of stuff weighing him down. Okay, he has got a lot of stuff that's weighing him down. He has got a lot of burdens, and it feels like he's moving away. He's creating a distance between you. Okay, he's creating a distance because he's got a lot of stuff going on in his life. He does feel like there's a lot of burdens, a lot of stuff weighing him down. I think there is a lot of stuff that's going on, and he just doesn't want to share it. He's a very sort of private. I'm getting a sense with this card here, with the way he's got his back turned and he's sort of walking away. He's quite a private person, and he's not wanting to share what challenges he's actually going through, the heaviness, the weight on his shoulders. He's got a lot of stuff weighing him down. Feels with the 10 of Wands, it feels very heavy, like he's got a lot of stuff he's keeping hidden to himself. He's a lot of stuff he's keeping to himself. So he's creating a sense of distance. Okay, like he's walking away from something. Okay, he's walking towards something new. So he's sort of giving you that distance. He's trying to create a sense of distance, but it's a very heavy going, very much weighing him down. So there's a lot of stuff going on within himself that he's keeping. Okay, so this is not a good heaviness that he's feeling. So I do feel like there's more to the story. I think there's a need for calmness, being calm. Sarah, very important to keep calm. Okay, to keep calm. No accusatory tone when you speak to him. It's, hey, something's weighing you down. Something's heavy on you. I'm here if you want to talk. Okay? I'm here if you want to talk. Don't be accusatory. I think you need to be very careful about how you, no blame game. Okay? There's something going on and you want to be open to him to be honest with you. Okay? You don't want to shout. You don't want to yell. You don't want to get all, you know, there's something going on that's weighing him down. He's very, very heavy. It's worrying him. He's stressed. That's why he's creating a sense of distance. So you need to sort of bring him back in to be able to talk to you honestly about it with clarity. That's what I'm getting there. Very much so. So calm, relaxed. Hey, I'm here for you if you need me to talk. Up. Okay? Really important, Sarah. Very important to say, hey, look, you're going, I feel like you're going through something really heavy. I'm here if you need me to talk. That sort of really calm, very relaxed sort of energy. That's really important is what I'm getting there. Thanks, LH. Thanks for posting your question. Okay, Egyptian famous. What's traveling towards you too? I must do that. I must do your question because I want to do that. Hi, Sid. How are you? Oh my God, Sid. Long time no see. So been wanting to catch up with you. What vibe do you give off to others? So let's have a look here. Let's do the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. What vibe? Been busy, yes. How are your parents? Right, what vibe do you give off to others? Okay. Page of Swords. You're someone that's always looking for the truth, LA. Feels like you're always looking to discover something new. You're looking to look at the truth of the situation. You expect the truth and nothing more. LH feels like you give off a lot of integrity, a lot of honesty, expecting the truth at all times. Okay, so that's very important here. Feels like you've got a lot of skills, you've got a lot of talent too. Does give you a sense of that you're always looking for the truth, that you've got the skills, you've got the abilities. Yeah. And you do have the skills to use it, use that knowledge, use that, you know, be wary of how you use that ability. Oh, Sid, did you receive your Elder Stories tarot? Didn't you order it? So what vibe? So I do feel like you give off that truth. You've got the skills and you've got the abilities to how you use it. And I think a lot of people come to you at time for that as well. So yeah, interesting there. Okay, so I do have from Chasman. Oh, Chasman, thank you. Thank you very. Oh my God, Sid, you left it at your parents. Oh no. Oh, and you still haven't opened it. Oh my God. You haven't. I suppose you're being so busy you haven't had time to breathe. Well, I just got the Siddhartha Tarot was the last deck I got. Sid, that was the last deck I got. Which was quite cool. Oh, you're welcome, LH. You're welcome. Right, Jasmine. Oh, let me do the donations and then I'll do the next lot of free ones after that. Right, so let me I'm just having a breather for a minute, guys, because I do find that sometimes the energy gets very, very heavy when I do these readings. So let me just throw in a white sage incense. Let's clear away some of that heavy energy that we seem to be sort of focusing on, because we want to work out how we can improve our journey. What do we need to know to create a positive vibe in our life? How do we focus on creating a sense of happiness and joy? Egyptian Famous, I am going to do your reading. You're next after Jasmine's, and then Irene and Sid and Natalie. Oh, I've got a lot of Egyptian stuff, Sid. If you looked at the photos on Ko-Fi, you'll see all that Egyptian stuff that I have. I'm an Egyptian fanatic. I love Egypt. Very strong Egyptian connection. Oh, incense. I need to light the incense. See this one, Sid? And my scarab beetle. Put that back. Right. Sorry, I'm just taking a breath for a second, guys. I am going to be on for a little bit longer. Don't worry. Everyone's going to get their reading. I will wrap up the free readings after I've done the donations. Not a problem at all. All right, Jasmine, I'm up to you. So let's have a little look-see here. Right, Jasmine. Oh, yes. Yes, Sid. Right, Jasmine's question. Let's have a look. What's Jasmine's question? So thank you very much for the donation. Muchly appreciated. Okay, so there's a couple of parts to this question. So with the thing, let's do, what am I looking for? Oh, shadows of light. There you are. I had to think for a second. My mind went blank in regards to the Siddhartha Tarot. I'm using the Shadows of Light Oracle as well. Now, I do like the keywords in the book, because it does give you a little bit more information. Right. So what's going on with Chris? What's happening? What is going on with Chris at this time? Oh, the card that flipped out was the Ace of Swords. Okay, he is dealing with a confusing situation. He needs to have a bit of clarity. There is no clarity. I do feel like there's a sense of confusion in his thoughts and his ideas, which is why he is ignoring your messages. Okay. Oh. I'm getting a sense of wanting to be in control. A bit of a, okay, so funny vision I got here when I picked up the Emperor card. I got that sense of being one of those medieval type, with the wife and the mistress type of energy, a bit of a sort of a player, my way or the highway type of energy. You know, what's good for him is not always good, you know, is not really good for the overall picture. In a way, he sort of rules his own life. He sort of wants to be in charge. So I am getting that there is other people involved in his life. Okay, it does feel like there's other people going on. He's too busy to really, he's got other people to do everything else for him, sort of energy here. Do got that sense of reflection. There's a lot of thoughts going on here, trying to decide what he wants in the future. He's turned his back on you. So I do feel like he is dealing with other people. There are other situations going on here. Okay, so I do feel as though there's something else going on in the picture here. So what was your other part of your... Okay. So do you see potential? Okay, so here we go. So do you see potential? Oh, here we go. Okay. Be very careful about rushing into anything. Be very careful about rushing into anything with H or Chris. Okay. Be very careful about rushing into anything. Whoa. Was a funny flyer. The card went like this. Flew out. Right. And then we've got Knight of Wands. Okay. So we've got someone who can be rushing around, somebody who could be very passionate and creative. And then you've got someone who's very thought orientated, but rushing into things. I'm still feeling like you need to sort of slow down, don't rush. So we've got this sense of, we've got very swift movements going on here. We've got things happening quite quickly, and you've got to take a breath and pull yourself back a bit. I do feel like you can rush into things if you're not careful. So take a breath before you rush into any of these relationships, because they feel quite, one's very in the head sort of stuff, and one's very much into that energy, passion, in the moment, impulse. So just slow down, take a minute to take a breath. I'm just seeing if there's anything else here. Okay, so just take a minute to sort of take a breath. Don't rush into anything. You've got someone who's quite passionate, creative, someone who's interesting. Take your time. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so you got Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and Knight of Pentacles. Okay, he's the one that's going to slow you down. This earth energy is sort of like, hey, slow down. Take your time. Don't rush into anything. I feel like this is the one that sort of says just take a breath. I just feel like everything's going to be rushing, quite intense. One's quite intense in the energy, and then the other energy is quite, so I feel like Chris is in this passion thing, and then you've got H, which is very in the head sort of stuff. Okay, so slow down. Take a breath. Okay, so let's have a look and see. I don't think you need to make a real clear decision at this time. I think you just need to just take a breath and just enjoy the journey. Doesn't matter about the long-term potential. It's very much about being in the now. Okay. What's your focus? Interesting, because it's a huge challenge for you. There's a lot of conflicts and things, and I think you need to really slow. Again, I get that sense of slow down, take a breath, look at your heart, look at your mind, look at how you truly feel about the situation. Don't be in a rush, Jasmine. Don't be in a rush. Take your time, take a breath. You know, and I think you're going to end up with a lot of conflict if you keep trying to decide between H and Chris. Okay, I just keep getting slow down. This is a challenge. This is going to be looking at opposites energy. Whew. I feel like there's one that, you know, you've got your passion, and then you've got your thoughts going on, so your head ruling your heart, and you've got to try and just slow down. Okay, Sid. Whew. Right, Sid. What's your question? You've been using the gnome deck. Oh, the gnomes, because they make you smile. You're welcome, Jasmine. Right, Sid, looking for a question. Whoa. Sid. Wow. Thank you very, very much. Sweetheart. And June, thank you for your question. Right. Okay. So I just want to know if you got planned correctly for the holiday season. Okay. So what's going on with your holiday season? Have you forgotten? Oh, I did not expect that to fly out. Oh, what flew out? What's the first card? 5 of Swords. Okay. It feels like you're feeling a sense of heavy energy. It feels very like you feel a little bit maybe defeated. Don't know if you feel like you've achieved. I just get this feeling like you've got that doubt sort of creeping in. Okay, so let's have a look. I feel like you've got the doubt sort of creeping in sort of energy here. Whew. Okay, let's have a look. What cards have we got? We've got new beginnings. Okay, the holiday is going to be new beginnings. Ah, interesting. It feels like you're juggling a lot. It feels like there's a lot of stuff you're juggling. You are trying to do. Be careful about trying to do too much. Yeah. So it feels like you're trying to juggle. You've got 2 of Pentacles here. So there's a lot of stuff you're juggling, Sid. There's a lot of stuff I feel like you're juggling. So you've got 5 of Swords, the Fool, and 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff you're trying to prioritize. So it's important. I think you need to do a checklist. Have you done a checklist? Checklist here. There's still a lot to learn and discover, but you have to look at the lessons of your experience. Okay, so have you done a checklist? Is the first thing I've got to say. Have you done a to-do list? Little breaking it down into, okay, today I do this, tomorrow I do that, tomorrow I need to do this. You know, this is my goal. Oh, you've done several checklists. Okay, there's still some stuff to go over it, review it. Oh, be careful about limiting yourself as well. I think you've put yourself into a bit of a trap. Be careful about trapping yourself with 8 of Swords. Yeah, so you've got to say, yes, I've achieved it. Yes, I've done it. Yes, 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 I've done everything I can do. Yes, I've done what I need to do. Yes, yes, yes. That's what you're going to say, Sid. Yes, I've done it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, a breakthrough. You're going to have that breakthrough. If you can keep saying, yes, 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 I've done it. Yes, I've done it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you need to be your own cheerleader. Okay, with Ace of Wands tells me that breakthrough, that understanding. You've got to have that sense of understanding, that breakthrough of you saying, yes, I've done it. Okay. You've got to stand up for yourself. You've got to believe in yourself. The Seven of Wands is what I get here. Believe in yourself. The sun, you've done what you need to do. The sun's shining on the situation. So it's telling me, yes, you've done it. Yes, you've got it. You've done everything you can do. You know, stop weighing heavily on yourself. I think you need to break free. So basically 10 of Wands reversed. But I just put it up that way. So I feel like you've got to break free from those burdens, those things that you put upon yourself, your own limitations, your own restrictions, that own heaviness that weighs you down. You've got to let that go. You've got to break free from that. Yep, you got to work towards the sun. Definitely feels like that. It's about that sense of being confident in what you've achieved. I just keep the words confident. Be confident that you've done what you need to do. You've done everything. You've done the to-do list. You've checked them off. So it's yes, yes, yes. Be bold. Be dynamic. The Queen of Wands. You've got to have, you've got that passion. Be kind to yourself. That whole energy is what I'm getting here. Okay, so one more. Page of Wands. I think you need to look at the messages that you've received. Okay, this is what I'm saying here. Look at the messages that's in the cards, basically, with Page of Wands to me. Is that whole thing is you've got the message. You've got that understanding. Okay. What's important for Sid, pardon me, to focus on? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 actually. Extra cards here. And that's because you're a Ko-Fi family member. Actually, it's 5. Okay, first thing is balance. Again, you've got that juggler, which is like the 2 of Pentacles. Looking at your priorities, what's important, but you've also got to have balance. Be careful not to fall off the ball, so to speak, that you're balanced. Okay, having a sense of stability in your life. Again, we've got that the effort that you've put in, acknowledging the effort that you've created is really important. Look at your perception of the situation. Here I get the sense of looking at your perception of the situation and know that you've done all you can. I get the words participate. You've participated in all you can. Know that you're not alone. You've got the community. You've got that sense of sort of coming together. You've got that support. Is super important here. So I do get that feeling like everything's sort of moving together on the situation. I do get that sense of balance here is quite important. So I just want to read this one here with the juggler, with what you've been juggling. It's about finding that sense of balance. I feel like that's really important. So I just want to read. Fragmented energy, attentive and distracted, taken by the motion of all that I'm unable to hold. The game he is playing is only with himself. Although his balancing act is artful, it cannot last for intention. Whereas intention is split into so many different directions, how can he give his full presence to anyone? Which ball will drop first? So sometimes it feels like you're on a hamster wheel, like you're rushing around and not going anywhere. So you've sort of got to allow yourself to just breathe. Breathe, breathe, and more breath. So interesting here, Sid. I feel like there's a lot. So having a sense of stability. You know, I just got this. When I looked at the elephant, I felt like an elephant was rushing ahead. I just got this image of this elephant just rushing towards the crowd, rushing towards things. Okay, I feel like this elephant just rushing, just bull rushing towards the crowds. And that's the sort of energy I get. So breathe, Sid. Time to breathe. Time to sit in the middle of crystals. I got the words crystal grid. Okay, sitting in the middle of your crystals. Take a moment to breathe. Put a selection of crystals around you and sit in the middle of it. And just allow all that healing energy to come in. Find a sense of balance and healing energy. Yeah, Ganesh moving things out of the way. Oh, you're welcome, Sid. You're welcome. And I want to thank you for being a Ko-Fi family member. Your contribution each month really helps. I really appreciate that. And that's my way of just getting the extra cards for your reading, is my way of sort of saying thank you and that. And I hope that reading sort of gives you a little bit more information that you need to help you guide you. So nice deep breath, sit in the middle of crystals, I think is quite important. I don't know why I keep getting that. I keep getting that sense of just sitting with a selection of crystals around you, making a crystal grid or a crystal circle and sitting in the middle. Thank you, Sid. I really do appreciate that. So I hope you enjoy the Ko-Fi posts that I do, the readings, the little extra little bits and pieces with being a Ko-Fi. And the resources, I don't know if you've checked out the free downloads that you can get. That's why I got it. Crystals, crystals, crystals. If you haven't played with them for a while, it is time to put them into a circle and sit in the middle. Just randomly choose whatever you feel drawn to around in a big circle. I sometimes do that. It's quite good to just sit them into a big round circle and just sit in the middle. Got a selection of crystals. Don't forget to add some clear quartz, some smoky quartz, some aventurine or malachite, Larimer, Amazonite. Just nice big selection of clear quartz and amethyst and sodalite, lapis lazuli. You've got to spend 5 minutes. It only takes 5 minutes, Sid. Just get your crystals out, put them into a circle and sit in the middle. 5 minutes. Right, Dune. I saw your donation up here. And your questions, right. Oops, didn't mean to do that one. Dune, right, your question. Yes, Egyptian famous. Cool, Sid. Welcome. Right. Dune, and then I will continue with the rest of the freebies. Everybody that's asked will get one. So you've got the list, Egyptian famous. Brilliant. I'll do that next. So, yeah. You're not going to miss out. So you want to make sure that you guys get your readings. Right, finances for the rest of the year. What's going to happen with your finances? Let's do Hocus Pocus. You know, I got Hocus Pocus. Your finances for the rest of the year. What's going to happen with LD, with Dunes? Okay, finances are going to be good, LD. I think there's a lot about what are you focusing on. You know, you got to choose how you expose your finances, you bring things. Be careful about being chained to it. Don't let your finances rule you. Okay, be careful about not making it too much your focus. Okay, your finances are going to be okay, but be careful it doesn't become your master in a way, is what I want to say here. It doesn't become your chain. Be careful your finances don't chain you. You know, you have to think about other things in life, have a sense of balance. I think you need to break free from the things that are restricting you or challenging you in regard to your finances. So just make sure you look at what your income and your outgoing is, you're budgeting, you're doing all the things you can do, but don't let it rule your life. Don't let your money rule your life, because if that's what you're focusing on, it's going to make you miserable. Okay, it's going to keep you chained to it. So be very careful about making your finances your focus in a way. Be careful you don't let it rule your life. It's remembering about having some joy and some peace and some love and some, you know, positive energy in your life. It's about having that sense of be careful about it restricting you. So just make sure that you are budgeting, you're doing all what you need to do, but don't let it rule your life. Okay, Egyptian famous. Let's do your question. And Natalie. Oops, I lost your question, Egyptian famous. Oh, right. Who is traveling towards you? Who's coming? Right. So let me do a bit of a wrap up now. Let me do everybody. So the list is closed, but everybody who's in, make sure you've typed in your question. Everybody who's here who has not had a reading, make sure you type in your question now. So I just want to make sure that everyone gets their question, because I'm going to wrap up. Okay, I'm going to do everybody that's on the list. And if you want to donate, yep, definitely, no worries. Let me just wrap up the freebies. Then there'll be no more freebies, but only donations after that. Right, so if you want to donate, yes, you can donate. Not a problem. I will do your reading if you donate, not a problem at all. Let me just wrap up the freebies, and then I'll focus on just doing, there's just a couple of freebies to do. So let's do Egyptian famous. Let's do Tarot of Cleopatra. Oops. Yep, donations are always open, because I'll do those last, but I just want to make sure that I've got the freebies done, and then I'll do the donations. Right, who's traveling towards you? What's going on with Egyptian famous? Whoa. Okay, what's going on here? Who's traveling towards you? Well, we've got 5 of swords. So 5 swords tells us there's some struggles, there could be some challenges, and it's about the sense of, are you defeated or are you the winner in the situation? So it does feel as though there is some challenges in regards to, interesting, so we've got 5 of Pentacles. Interesting, so we've got 5 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles. So it feels like you're being led out of the cold. So someone's coming towards you. I do feel like someone's coming towards you. The Magician. Okay, so you've got someone who is traveling towards you. Feels like you need to look beyond the illusion. I feel like you've got someone coming and you need to look beyond the surface. It's interesting. It does feel like you've got someone coming towards you. Egyptian famous. And you've got the magician. So I feel like it's someone who is skilled, talented, who but be careful because they may have a sleight of hand. So it may not be all what you see on the surface. I think you need to look a little deeper at them. Thanks, Scott, for the donation. That's muchly appreciated. Did you do that through PayPal? I'll have to log on to PayPal in a minute and do that. Okay, so Egyptian famous, it does feel like you've got someone coming in who's skilled, talented. You do need to look beyond the surface though, because they could be a bit of, I'm sort of getting that sense of, okay, so I am getting quite like they're being led out of the cold, like they're a survive, like they are a bit of a winner in the fact that they do sort of, they've got out of poor little old me. They've moved forward, but they do have that sleight of hand. Be careful what they're showing of themselves. I do feel like someone's coming in, but you do have to be careful in what they're showing. I think you need to look a little deeper at them. I do feel like you need to be very careful, Egyptian famous, that you need to look deeper. Don't look at just the surface of who they are, but actually look a little deeper within them. You know, this winner and loser sort of energy. I'm sort of getting this conflicted energy coming in, and yet they're being led out of the cold and into that sense of warmth and positivity. But there's something hidden about them. I do feel like there's something hidden. Okay, so that's really important here to look at. So who's coming towards you? I do feel like you've got someone, but you do need to look beyond the surface. There's more to their story, Egyptian famous. There's something definitely more. Okay, Scott, I just need your question to come in. I do need your question. You're dealing with that person now. Okay, so you just need to look beyond the surface here. That's super important. I'm just going to do Irene while I just look at PayPal. Oh my God, I've got to do that. I'll log into my PayPal here. Just takes a minute. Whew. Cool, Scott. Brilliant. Thank you. Scott, it has shown up. Thank you very much for the donation. Thank you very much. So let me just do this. And we'll do, right. What is Joshua's attentions towards you? Let's do the universal. I was going to do the Chinese, but it just got turned around and just did the universal Celtic tarot. Let's have a look. Universal Celtic tarot. What is Joshua's intention towards you? Okay, he can be a bit of a player. Joshua is a bit of a player. It was the first words I got. Whoa! I think there's some lessons to learn in this situation. I think Joshua is a bit of a player. Okay, just the words with the Knight of Wands here, I got that he's a bit of a player. Okay, I think you need to be very careful here. I think he can be a bit of a player. I think there's some lessons to learn with the Hierophant. I got the words lessons to learn. I think there's some stuff that you need to look at. You need to look at your own spirituality. here. I think you need to look at what you truly believe about the situation. What's your have faith in yourself as well. I think you need to be very careful here. He's a bit of a player, can be a bit, I think he's very passionate and creative in his way of thinking. I think he's quite creative in his actions as well. I feel him very creative. Okay, so that's really important, Miss Irene. I think you need to be very aware. I think you've got some lessons to learn about the situation. I think the key is about your own faith, your own spirituality, the belief about the situation as well. So, yeah, be very careful. Be very aware. Okay, so Scott, and then I've got, after Scott was Natalie, I think. And then that's the last one. So, Natalie, I will do your reading if you're still here. Natalie, if you're still here, just let me know and I will do your reading. I think you've typed in your question, so I will go back to that. So, I'm just not sure if you've typed in your question or not, Natalie. So, not quite sure. Natalie's typed in her question. Can you make sure you type it in again? I'm just not sure. Right, Angelina's feelings and intentions, and will you be together? So this was a little bit of a, oh, sorry, what was that one? Through. Oh, yeah. Okay, so. Right, okay. So what's going on with this relationship? Let me do. Okay. I've got a feeling. Where are you? Sorry, I've got to look for a deck. I just got this inkling in my head. Just sort of, oops. When it happens, it happens. Right, so I keep changing. Oh, not that one. Oh, there it is, hiding in the thing. Right, let's have a look. And Oracle deck. Oh, I think I might go that way. I have thought of something else, but I think with this, oh yeah, there it is. Let's do those two because I'm just going to do something here. What's Angelina's feelings and intentions towards you? So let's do that first. Well, okay, that's that one. What's Angela's feeling towards you? What's the future? Whoa, okay. What's the future? I'm going to do that. Okay, and then I've got, what does Scott need to know about this situation? What does Scott actually need to know about this? Whew. Doing a little extra here, Scott. Sometimes it happens where I sort of get an inkling just to focus on something else. So we get a little extra going on here. When you pay for a donation reading, you do sometimes get a little extra out of it. Right, so what's going on with Angela's feelings and intentions towards you? First card we've got here is 10 of Cups. So it feels really happy, but I do feel like there's, with the Emperor here, like she wants to be in control of the situation. Don't know if she can be a little bit manipulative. Definitely feels like her intentions towards you is that she wants everything to be happy, be joyful, be really, really good. But there's a sense of her wanting to be in control with the situation here with Angelina. So I do feel like she wants to be in control of the situation. So let's have a look at the relationship. What does the future hold for you guys? And what I got here, I got a sense of struggles. I think there will be some challenges. There could be a sense of betrayal. There could be some ups and downs in the relationship. And the reason why I say ups and downs is because you've got the one of the Ace of Cups, which tells us that there's new beginnings, there's new love, but there will be some challenges to the situation. Yes, God, I do feel like there could be some challenges with it. And then you've got the Eight of Cups. And Eight of Cups to me is like you're walking away from something. Okay, so I do feel like there could be a walking away. There could be a sense of a short-term relationship, but there will be some challenges. And there is a possibility of walking away from the situation, like she'll walk away from it. You'll both walk away, in different directions. So, yeah, I do feel like it could be a challenging relationship. Yes, Angelina, I do feel like they want a relationship in some way, but I do feel like they want to be in control all the time. And I do feel like that's going to be a clash of energy. There is going to be some challenges to it. Okay, there's definitely new beginnings to it, like there's an opening of a gate and new possibilities, but I do feel like there's a sense of walking away from the relationship as well. So there could be a sort of a short-term connection, a short-term thing, but may not go the way that you want it to. Okay, so what do we get here? A sense of it's interesting because you get a sense of naivety and defiant. It's like there's a youthful energy to the situation, youthful energy. And it's like doing something just for the sake of doing something, but not necessarily because it's the right thing to do. It's just because that's what's expected of the situation here. And you got you feeling like you're living in a whirlwind. Okay. And it's time for some holistic change, time to make some changes, time to sort of I just feel like there's a look at the whole situation. It's time to look at the whole situation instead of just don't let your heart rule don't let your mind, don't get too over analytical about the whole thing. I think you just need to sort of take a breath. I do feel like there's some changes needing to go on because life's going to be in a bit of a whirlwind. I feel like your mind's in a bit of a crazy space with the whole thing. Yeah. So I feel like you just need to sort of take a breath with it and just sort of try and stay really calm, really relaxed. Scott, I just want you to do is just take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I just want to see if I can clear away any of, just got clear quartz here. I just want to see. 2 clear quartz here. I just want to see if, just take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth and just accept the healing. We're going to clear away and accept the healing. Okay, we're just using clear quartz to get a sense of clarity in the situation for yourself. I think this is something that's got to come from within you. So I do feel like you need a sense of clarity. Woo. Okay, coming back into alignment. Make sure you take a nice deep breath, Scott, and just feel that clear quartz coming through for you and just feel your body coming back into alignment. Is there anything else that's needed at this time? Nope. So that's it. So hopefully that helps you, Scott. Helps give you a moment to just sort of take a breath and create the changes that you need in your life so you get a sense of clarity in the situation. Just be careful about going into this from, you know, just look at your perspective of it. Just be careful about how you're feeling. I feel like, you know, sometimes just do things for the sake of doing them and not really thinking about what lies ahead. So just slow down a little bit. Just be in the moment. So hopefully that sort of helps, gives you a sense of what you need to do for you. Okay, so by the way, the decks I used was the Romantic Tarot, the Naked Truth by Hand Me That Pencil with the expansion pack done on, and the last two cards was my deck that's created. You can find on Make Playing Cards, available for sale, of course, and that's Vesta's Art Love Oracle. That's something that I created myself. So you can, it's done with my own digital art. You can find that on Make Playing Cards. So yeah. So there you are. Right. Right, let's do that last of the free list, Egyptian Famous. Because I've got to get going soon. It's already been an hour and a half. So let me just finish off this list. So who was the last person I did on the list? What was the last? Okay, so the last of the one was Natalie, wasn't it? Natalie was the last one. So did Natalie type in her question or not? Because I really have to get going. There are donations are still available. I will do any donations that come in, but Natalie's the last of the list, I think. I think Natalie was the last one. So I don't know if Natalie typed in a question. I know she just asked if she could be added, but I don't know if Natalie actually typed in her question. So that was the last one. Natalie was the last one. It's really time for me to finish up with any free readings. So that was the last. Oh, Scott, you add too quick sometimes. Okay, so slow breath. Yeah. Take a breath. Right, so I think that's it. I don't think Natalie actually typed in her question. So I think that's it for me. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish off. That's it. So I'm just going to finish off with a just to finish off with those that I just get too tired. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very quickly add no, I don't want that deck, you see, that's the thing. I feel like, oh, might do Oracle of Passions. Oh, pick a file. just going to do my Oracle of Passions, another deck I've created, available through Make Playing Cards. So basically, pick a pile 1, 2, or 3, because that's what I'm going to finish up with before I finish up. So what do we got? Pick a pile. So you can do 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. So these are the last ones I'm going to do. Take a nice deep breath. Think about your life. Think about what's going on for you. What's happening. What do you need to know? Shake it out. Whew. Okay. 1. First one tells us it's about opening your heart. Okay. It's time to open your heart. Time to look at your own sensuality. Open your heart. Look at your own sensuality. Acknowledge your shadow self. Acknowledge those things that we deny about ourselves in regards to our sexuality. Might be very much about our sexuality, and we need to really our identity. Really look at what we are denying about ourselves in regards to our sexuality, our identity, and really open up about who we are. Acknowledge who we are. That's really important about saying, I am who I am, and that's okay. I am who I am, and that's okay in regards to one's own sexuality, identity. Look at those things that we may deny the world, deny about within ourselves, and really say it. Say it to ourselves about who we are. You know, who we are as a person. That's really important here. So that's the first thing to do. Okay, if you pick pile number 2, does feel like things are exploding around you. Things are getting chaotic. But it's about allowing ourselves to just focus on some positive aspects and just look at the being able to heal. Healing is so important with our thoughts, our ideas. Okay, allowing ourselves to actually listen with our heart. Just take a moment to be in stillness with our heart to allow the healing to take place, because it does feel as though things have been chaotic, that things have been exploding around you at this time here. Okay, pile number 3 we're going to look at here. Does feel like there's a little bit of light creeping into the darkness, as it feels like we're opening ourselves up to being able to sort of communicate clearly. Feels like we're sort of opening ourselves to be able to communicate clearly, to look at being able to speak clearly, to be able to think clearly, to have clear thoughts. It feels like something sort of opening up to those things. And that all comes down to being able to balance our chakras. Okay, being able to receive all that healing that we need by purifying, by clearing away all the debris and stuff that's going on here, by clearing away, by being able to clear away all of those aspects. We're going to allow ourselves to receive all the healing and open up to be able to communicate clearly. Okay, so this is the Vestas Art Oracle of Passion, and this comes from Make Playing Cards that you can purchase. Okay, you can see all my decks. You can see the links down below, or links on my channel, that are going to enable you to order this deck and use it, work with it in any way that you choose to work with it. Okay, there's no guidebook or anything like that. It's about using your own intuition, your own development. Create your own guidebook when you work with a oracle deck like this. It can be very much about using your own intuition to sort of develop your own thoughts and that. Okay, so really that's it from me. I've really had enough. I've been on for an hour and a half. It is time for me to finish up now. If you wish to choose have a reading from me, don't forget to check out my Ko-Fi. and to book a reading with me now. That's really important. Now, the other thing too that's quite good is I do have my memberships. Okay, if you choose to do a membership from as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content, previews with videos and things like that. Get some downloads, some resources. Now, if you choose $3 a month, you will get a private reading from me each month. So you've got to make sure that you contact me as well. Of course, there's the $10 one as well, which gives a lot more exclusive content, a lot more free healing sessions, and a lot more out of the connection. Is really important. Out of that membership, you will get a lot of exclusive discounts and all sorts of bits and pieces that are exclusive to you if you choose from as little as $1 a month. So that's really beneficial as well. You know, you get these little bits and pieces. So really had it, guys. I've been on for like an hour and a half. I've done quite a few readings, so don't forget, if you wish to book from a reading, book for a reading, please do so by looking at the Ko-Fi. You know, you can get some really good discounts, some really good deals, you know, from just, even if you pay for a donation reading or anything like that, you can get a nice quick little reading online, you know, a video or whatever. You know, you can get an email reading with a little bit more. You know, you do have that choice in what you choose to do. There's the healing modalities, which is going to help develop or bring a sense of balance into your life in some way, might help you cope better, to make clear answers for yourself, get some clarity in the situation through the healing, through the self-development. Super, super important to be able to choose what's right for you in regards to a reading or a healing. So that's it from me. I will see you in a couple of days. I really need to have a break now. Like I said, I've been on for over an hour and a half, and it's time to sort of take care of me. A little bit of self-care is important here. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for being with me. Really appreciate everybody. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that's it. So let me just do this here. Oops, watch tick.